morning, everyone, and thank you for joining. My name is Ayusha, and I am a cybersecurity engineer at Threatsys Technology. I work on vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, compliance audit, and modern cyber defense strategy across multiple industries. To give a brief introduction about my organization, that Threatsys Technology Private Limited is a certain associated and ISO 27001 certified company and one of the leading cybersecurity service providers in India. For the last 12 years, we have been at forefront of cybersecurity with a 360-degree approach to securing critical and sensitive data of our clients. We have successfully served both public and private sector organizations across banking and fintech, healthcare, manufacturing, oil and gas, and many other industries in domestic and international market. So today I am excited to walk you through how AI is reshaping the cyber threat landscape and more important, what the organization must do to stay secure in the new era. So before we begin, let me brief walk you through today's agenda. So we will start with an introduction to AI in cybersecurity, where we will discuss how artificial intelligence is shaping modern security strategy. Then we will move into the understanding AI powered cyber attack to get a clarity on how AI is being used by cybercriminals. So next we will explore why AI has become a game changer for attackers, highlighting the factors that make these threats faster, smarter, and harder to detect. So after that, we'll look at the most common type of AI of driven attacks, following by real world incident to understand how these threats are impacting organization today. Then next, we will also discuss the industry most at risk and then move into the challenges faced by cybersecurity teams in responding to these new forms of threat. After covering all of the offensive side, we will turn into the defensive side, that how AI can also be used as a security tools and how organization can it for protection. So towards the end, we will talk about the mitigation measure and best practices that companies should adapt to build against AI powered cyber attack. And finally, we will wrap up the session with the conclusion and the key takeaways. And we will open the floor for question answer session. So this agenda will give you a complete 360-degree understanding of AI-driven cybersecurity threat landscape and how to defend against it with that. So let's get started. Let me begin with a simple story. So a few years ago, cyber attacks were most manually. A hacker had to sit behind a screen, write code, experiment with different payloads, and wait patiently for result. If they wanted to attack multiple systems, they need more time, more effort, and more people. But things have been changed dramatically. Today, imagine a hacker who does not work alone. Instead, they have intelligent assistant powered by AI. This assistant can scan thousands of systems at the same time, identify weaknesses in minutes, and even rewrite its own malware to avoid detection. It learns from every failed attempt and comes back smarter each time. So AI was originally created to help cybersecurity team detect and stop threats faster. But now the same technology is being used on the other side to automate attack at a scale and speed that humans simply can match. So we are no longer dealing with hackers who knock at our door quietly. So we are dealing with AI-driven threats that can break in before we even realize someone is outside. So in the next slide, that gives you a brief understanding AI-powered cyber attacks. So AI-powered cyber attacks are fundamentally different from traditional attacks. So these attacks, in these attacks, use machine learning, automation, and generative AI to plan, execute, and continuous improve industry instead of following a fixed pattern. AI dynamically analyze the target environment and to choose the most effective way to break it. A key strength of AI driven attack is adaptability. When security defense are detected, the AI automatically adjusts when the changes payloads, modifying behavior, or selecting a new attack path. This ability to evolve makes response and continuously extremely changing. So during our execution, AI also monitors system and user pattern in real time, allowing it to blend in with and in with time. So activity because of this traditional tool relying on signature or manual monitoring struggle to detect, predict, or block AI based threats. So, in summary, AI powered attack are fast, intelligent, self learning, and very hard to stop. So, making them a major concern for cybersecurity professionals. So, with that understanding, let's now to move on to the next slide where we discuss why AI has become a game changer for the cyber criminals. So, this is basically based on a cybercrime that based on a story. Like imagine a time when cyber criminals had to work slowly and manually, guessing password, scanning one system at a time, and trying to different attack method, hoping that one would successful. It took patience, effort, and skill. But now the story is completely different. Today's attacker do do work alone. They have an intelligent digital partner that's called AI, and this partner does not make mistake and learn continuously. With self-learning abilities, AI can scan an entire network in a minute. So pinpoint its every weak spot and automatically generate the perfect exploit for each vulnerability. What makes it even more dangerous is that AI involves if a firewall block an attack, then AI rewrite its approach instantly. If an antivirus detect part of its code is modified itself, so it returning stronger than before. It becomes smarter with every attempt. So AI does not just break system; it understands people. It can analyze someone's behavior online and craft a phishing message so personalized that the victim does not even question it. It can clone the voice of a CEO, a manager, or even a family member to convince someone to make a financial transfer or reveal confidential information. So instead of a hacker manually attacking on target of a time, so we are now face AI powered attack that scale automatically, operate silent and adapt continuously. So making cybercrime faster, cheaper and far more effective. With that, let's move to the next slide where we will explore the most common type of AI driven cyber attack. So here we have mentioned 4 points. So basically AI has enabled a range of advanced cyber attack that were not possible earlier. One major example is AI generated phishing, where attackers use AI to create highly convincing email, message, or website that closely resemble trusted source. So these messages are personalized using users' behavior and activity data, which makes victim far more likely to fall for them. So another dangerous threat is deepfakes and social engineering, where AI generative realistic voice and video content to input of a CEOs, financial authorities, or a family members. So we also have AI enhanced malware and ransom, so that can rewrite their own code and avoid antivirus detection and modify their attack strategy based on the defense they encounter. So finally, autonomous use AI to control thousands of compromised devices, coordinate large-scale attack, and even identify new target without human input. So these type of attacks show how AI has taken cybercrime to an entirely new level, more automated, more scalable, and much harder to detect. So with this, let's move to the next slide where we will look at the real world AI cyber attack incident to understand the actual impact. So this slide can describe AI-powered cyber attack are not just for prediction. They're already happening across the world. One of the most widely reposted case I want to say that involves deep fake voice fraud, where attacker used AI to mimic that the voice of a company and convinced a financial officer to transfer over $240,000 in a fraud account. So this audio was a realistic that the victim did not suspect anything unusual. So another example I have that is AI generated phishing campaign that targeted major bank technology company instead of generical phishing email. Attacker used that AI to create personalized messages for each employee based on the publicly available data such as LinkedIn profile, Instagram, social media posts, and work pattern, which increase the success rate. So AI has also been used to modify malware in real time. So during an attack on a healthcare provider, it involved itself in multiple times to bypass the organization antivirus defense. So eventually, encryption critical patients record and shutting down medical services for several days. So these incidents are clearly shows that AI-powered attack have moved from theory to reality and the affecting organization across multiple sectors. So with that, let's proceed to the next slide. So here we can understand which industry are most at risk from AI-based cyber threat. So in this slide, let's highlighted the industry that are most vulnerable to AI-powered cyber attacks. So we have mentioned four basic industry. First we're starting with the banking and financial. So because this sector handles high value financial data in real time transaction, it has become a prime target for AI driven fraud. Attackers know that the financial impact is instant, so bank face constantly pressure. So the next we have one government and defense organization, which are increasingly target by AI attackers looking to access confidential record, national security information, and critical infrastructure. The goal here is disruption rather than money, which makes these attackers even more dangerous. So move on the healthcare. So hospital and research institute store massive amount of sensitive medical and R&D data. So AI-based group take advantages of that like this because even a short downtime can put a life at risk. So forcing organization to pay huge ransom. So finally, we have the telecom and cloud service providers. So they operate large network environment and cloud data centers. So AI-driven and malware exploit this massive infrastructure to spread quickly and impact thousands of users to business at once. So overall, this attacker priorities industry where financial operation and geopolitically pay off is high cost and AI allow them to strike faster and more intelligent than even before. So move with the next slide. It basically based on the challenges in real case for the cybersecurity team. So AI driven attackers are extremely difficult to detect because traditional security tools that can differentiate between genuine user activity and AI generated malicious behavior. These attackers blend it with a normal system pattern and trigger very few alerts, so which make early detection and almost impossible. So on the top of the SOC, SOC teams and struggling with limited skills, manpower, and very little AI expertise. So incident of response is still largely manual and delayed threat intelligence that's toned down, and as a result, security teams simply cannot match the speed and adaptability of the AI-powered cyber attack. So these are the basically based on the challenges. So let's move to the next slide. that is mitigation measures and security best practices. So we have faced a lot of challenges in the before slide. So here we can describe what the mitigation measures are required. To stay ahead of AI-driven cyber attacks, organization must strengthen cyber hygienic and adopt AI-based defense models, zero trust, MF minimize unauthorized access. So AI-powered monitor provides real-time visibility, regular BAPT and red team assessment, uncover vulnerabilities early. So, and most important, threat hunting must be continuous, not occasionally. A proactive and layered security approach is the only way to encounter AI-powered attacks. All right, these 5 points are basically describe all the measures that you take. So, all right, let's move the next part, which is based on the conclusion. In conclusion, AI has reshaped the entire cybersecurity landscape. Attackers are now highly adaptive and personalized, automated. So, in the traditional defense, alone are no longer enough. The only effective strategy is to fight AI with AI. So, organization that invest in intelligent security solution, continuous learning, and skilled professional will stay in the new era of the cyber threat. So let's move to the one of the point that we mentioned in the conclusion. Let's move to the next slide. So this is basically based on the conclusion of our the PPT. So it can describe that how AI used to create a highly personalized attack that adapt to individual victims. This system can also analyze behavior pattern, social media activity, and digital footprint to craft extremely convincing phishing, social engineering message, tradition, generic attack to disappearing incident, AI-driven threat, learning from the every interaction, and continuous involve, making them far more difficult to detect and block. So next we have mentioned the automation, what arises in our topic. So basically AI has introduced a new level of automation in cyber attack. So these systems can scan network 24/7 and identify vulnerabilities much faster than human analysts. Autonomous tools that exploit weakness in real time without any human support. Even more concerning, modern malware can now learn, adapt, and spread on its own across system, so making attack faster, smarter, and extremely difficult to contain. So we have mentioned 3 points that automated and instant and self-programming. So malware that learn, adapt, and spread independently across the all over the India. So move with the next slide. That is basically based on the traditional security is no longer enough, which is you give a proper walkthrough in the next slide. That the traditional is based on the limitation, which is have 4 points. First one is reactive, speed gap, then pattern dependency, resource constraints. So traditionally security is a tool that is simply not built for the current threat or landscape. If the system can only respond to no threats so that fail when they encounter a new AI generated attack that have never been seen before. The human analysis also cannot be complete with automated attacks that execute in milliseconds. So signature based attack is the effective anymore because polymorphic malware keeps changing its code to avoid identification. And finally, manual monitoring and response just can scale to handle the massive volume of modern cyber threats. So resource constraint is basically based on the manual monitoring and response cannot scale in insert the volume of the world. So these are the 4 points which you can describe like a walkthrough of a limitation. So In the next slide, we have mentioned that how much investment how much investment in AI powered cybersecurity. So it is having 3 points. One is predictive analytics, behavior analytics, and automated response. So start with the predictive, that machine learning models identify threats before they strike by analyzing pattern and the anomalies that how the cyber attack are happening in the real world. So the next is behavior analysis by of a human or some of people. The AI monitor users and system behavior to detect suspicious acting that are activities in real time. It may harm to your system. So next one is automated response, which are genuinely system utilize threats instant without waiting for a human approval. It can take the permission by your system automatically by use of the AI driven. So move with the next slide. Are having 5 points which are goes under the building intelligence defense system, that is continuous monitoring, AI watches of all network activities, then threat intelligence and adaptive protection, that feedback loop. So in the feedback loop we have to looping each incident improve future detection, that how can it helpful for yourself in the future. So now one is adaptive protection. So here all the defensive involves with the emerging threats which are happening in the real case. Then we have the threat intelligence, where the system learn from the global attack data where it happened in before. So here another one is continuous monitoring, that AI can watch all the network activities that happening in the real case world. So move with the next slide. That can give you the awareness and adaptive practices. The first one is continuous education. So yes, you can take regular training or involving AI powered threats and social engineering practices in your company or in your organization. So second one is simulated attacks, that are practices responding to realistic AI generated phishing and breaches scenario that are happening in the world most scenario. Third one is a culture of vigilance. So this can basically based on the organization mindset where security is everyone's responsibility. Like whenever you are using AI, that you have to mindset that how the security is basically based on your search or in your social media or in your any application. So next one is adaptive polite, that update security protocol regularly to address new threat vectors. So move to the next slide, that is key takeaways, that yes, you should also focus on your system or on your cyber on from your cyber threat. So here we have mentioned 3 points, that is personalized threat, AI powered defense, and human elements. So first one is personalized. So AI enable hyper target attack that traditional defense cannot stop. Yes, it can stop the defense attack which are executed by the AI. So the second one is AI powered defense. Like if you are investing in intelligent security system is no longer to optional. Like whenever you are investing something is AI intelligence, that it can't be no longer to optional to stay. So third one is human elements. So human elements is the basic point which is where you have to take the awareness, adaptive practice, remain critical alongside technology with your system, with your organization to stay protect from the AI driven. So with that, we have to move the final part of our today's session. So thank you for your time and attention. I hope this session gives you a clear understanding of how AI is reshaping the cyber threat landscape. So if you have any question or queries in your mind, then please feel free to reach out in our Threatsys support team. We will connect with you. Thank you.